Dude, I'm talking about something for 2 minutes, and then that's it.
Which
Did you watch the final Kobe Bryant game the other night?
I watched some of it.
So I'm at school studying for a final, and my Twitter feed's just like going off. So I check, and it's the start of the fourth. He has like 37 points or something, 34 points.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, it's his last game. I'll like watch the last quarter. Holy crap, man! That game was like, I tweeted, it was like this game was destiny. They're down. They look like they're gonna lose. They start coming back, and then they start throwing the ball to Kobe like erratically. He's missing shots. It's like they're gonna lose. They call a timeout, and then he just starts draining every shot that he makes. Like, you literally couldn't have written a better ending. Like, it blew my mind. I watched as shot set. When he was younger, I wouldn't think he'd make. A guy in his face, moving three in the corner.
Fuck, dude, yeah.
Swish.
Insane.
Swish. Shot in. I'm like, what the heck? Like, if there is a god, he absorbed his body into Kobe and was guiding the ball. Like, it was insane. I couldn't believe it. And then they come back and win. And he got like
60 points. 60 points.
Dude, he got what, 18? He was in 18 of the. He scored the last 18 points for the Lakers, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I seen this thing after. It was like, keys to the game: get Kobe the ball.
Yeah.
Man,
it's so funny because Utah needed to win that game to go to the playoffs.
They needed to make.
They needed to win.
They needed to win, and they needed the Rockets
Houston
to lose. Yeah, but
Houston won in the end.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, it was that
insane,
was a legit storybook. Like,
yeah, it was. It was perfect for him. Perfect.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I straight up had, once it was over, I actually had like chills. You know those moments in life where you're like, you weren't there, but you'll remember it because you watched it. It was one of those. Like,
Kobe's last game.
Yeah, and I started thinking, like, what was really the last time that that happened? Like, I remember watching Wayne Gretzky's last game. It was on my birthday.
Oh wow!
I think it was on my birthday. It was on my dad's birthday. There was some relevance to it, but I remember his last game because my dad made me watch it with him, and he was skating around the ice without before the game was over without like his stick and stuff. I remember that. But I mean, I started thinking, like, I don't really know what else I've watched that happened in real time that was of like significance. 9/11 maybe. I watched 9/11 happen on the news. Did you watch
that's
that?
true. I was in grade 8 at that time.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I don't know. Anyways, that's kind of off topic, but
no, it's a big historical moment too.
Dude, it was a good
20 years. That's a big career. He was my favorite player. That was my favorite team.
I kind of liked how he never changed. He always was like him, and people always said he was an asshole and he was selfish, but he never changed who he was, and you got to respect him for that. I think.
Yeah.
Because he didn't like let people saying, "Oh, you're an asshole," and "Oh, you want us to win," and you know what I mean. It's like you don't care, and it's like, yeah, okay, maybe you can look at it that way, but maybe he was just ultra competitive. He played 20 years, and 5 of the years he played, one quarter of the time he played, he was a champion. You got to give him props. That's pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
So he might have been an asshole, but
the real MVP is Phil Jackson. Oh. He's the real MVP.
Dude, did you see those people beaking him yesterday on Twitter? And he was people like, what is his thing? The triangle.
Triangle defense.
He was like, people like triangle defense doesn't work. He's like
triangle offense.
Offense. Yeah, offense, whatever. He's like, yeah, that doesn't work and stuff. He's like, oh, it's really hard to hear you with my 11 championship rings.
Yeah.
He's like, I have 5 on my hand and 1 on my toe, bitch. I was like, he's like, tell me it doesn't work. I was like, man, what a burn. Phil Jackson's the man.
Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. That's it. Yeah. Cut it off right there.
Yeah. I don't know. That guy had a good career, man. But anyways.
Yeah. But Kobe Bryant is one of the best players to play the game.
His last game, and Wayne Gretzky's last game was, in Canada. Where's the freaking last game? April 18th, 1999. And it's of relevance because April 18th is my dad's birthday. That's why I remember it. There you go.
It would be April because if it was your birthday, it would be like the start of the season.
Yeah, November. Stupid idiot, Dean. Should we do one of my topics?
Yeah, let's do it. Topic number 2.
Which one? We're going to end on the feeling or the impression one. Let's talk about this. So I'm going to try and word this as good as I can. But basically, I was thinking today, Well, actually, for like 10 minutes, but I was thinking for a topic. If you go back 10 years, comic books, even like fiction books like Game of Thrones and Harry Potter, well, maybe not Harry Potter, but Game of Thrones, like Lord of the Rings and stuff, they weren't really like mainstream. And if you like that, you were in like this niche that was classified as geeky, right?
Yeah.
And basically, my topic is, like, what do you think about the current state of like culture now compared to 10 years ago? Whereas now it's the norm for you to like superhero movies and to be into video games and to read comics and to play Dungeons and Dragons and Magic and that stuff. Whereas it's more socially acceptable now than it was 10 years ago.
I can go get down with more socially acceptable, but when you go into like reading comics or playing Magic or playing Pokemon and stuff like that, I think that still is a really narrow niche market. Like that isn't as ubiquitous as, say, comic book movies.
I guess, but I think that's still even more socially accepted now than it was.
I can agree with you. It's more socially acceptable, but it's not as socially acceptable as watching and enjoying a comic book movie. That being said, I think it is more acceptable, but the people that are really, really, really hardcore about these movies, that still is a nerdy thing. Very nerdy thing.
Yeah, like you'll always have the Star Wars fans that are
like Star Wars fanatics, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like the people
like that kind of thing, or people that are like Marvel lovers or DC lovers. On that note, I did watch Batman vs Superman yesterday.
And
it was okay.
It wasn't like
it was like
it
was
cool. It was different. Like you can tell that there
were
like
plot holes every fucking place in that movie, though. But it was.
They tried to introduce way too much in one movie. And they've definitely gone the way that like, okay, we're like this is the real DC universe, like aliens and shit exist. It's not like the Christian Bale Batman, where it's like it could be plausible in the real world.
No, this one they fucking took that fucking reality and just threw it out the window. They threw it
out the window. They're like, real Joker? Nah.
Yeah, we're going to fucking all out on Doomsday.
Dude, I will say this, man. I am so excited for Suicide Squad. Dude, the chick that is Harley Quinn, what's her name? Margot
Robbie? Dude, so hot
as fuck, man. I'll drop the F-bomb there, man. That latest trailer where she was like pulling her shirt down, I was like, damn. She's only 25 years old.
I know.
I will steal her.
Have you watched The Big Short?
I will steal her. Yeah, I watched The Big Short. I didn't even know she was in that.
Yeah, she was in that.
I didn't know who she was until this, man.
Oh, really?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking like, I'm going to kidnap her.
See? Why would you say those kind of things?
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't kidnap her. I would just entice her with medication. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that either. But I want her to be my friend. And I want her to do the Harley Quinn pose in front of me lots.
I want her to be... That's you're creeping out like dips and then go high, dips and then go
He's coming back to normal? Oh, and he's back and creepy. Oh, I'm just kidding.
I think it's a little bit more socially acceptable now.
Thank you for bringing it back. Thank you for bringing us back.
Yeah, people are starting to like understand these movies, but I think also they're trying to understand them because there's so many fucking movies now.
Well,
they're everywhere.
That's the thing. It's just being hammered into you. Like you don't have a choice.
Like like there's movies slated all the way to 2030 or some shit.
Well, dude, you know what's cool though? When you look at the highest grossing movies of all time, it's all like fiction now.
Yeah.
It's comic book movies. It's like Lord of the Rings. It's Harry Potter. It's not like I think Titanic's still up there, isn't it? I mean, that's gonna be hard to beat.
That is. Yeah.
But like Avatar, like.
But see, Titanic isn't fiction though.
And I know that's what I was gonna say. Like that's the one thing that's still high up there that isn't fake.
Yeah.
So I think like I don't know.
Should go back and watch that movie.
Titanic is terrible. I tried doing it like a couple years ago.
I love that. I love that movie. It's good.
Dude, it's way too long.
But I haven't watched it in like fucking years though.
Every time I watch the movie, I'm just thinking like, "There's enough room on there for you, Jack." Like
there is.
There's so much room, man.
Science has been done.
Have you ever watched Rick and Morty?
No.
Watch Rick and Morty, please. Watch.
Good things about it.
Okay. Anyways, there's an episode where the dad like goes to this Titanic like recreation, but the ship's on rails, so it'll like actually hit the iceberg. But the ship derails and misses the iceberg, and everyone's given like these souvenir doors to go home, like what she was laying on, and it's like the size of his room, and his wife's just like, there was room for Jack.
There's room for Jack. That's awesome.
That shows the shit, by the way. Watch Rick and Morty, everyone. Anyway, sorry, no more derailing.
Yeah, so I think I think it's socially acceptable now. I think that kind of stuff is something that everybody is watching. Like, if you go to anybody now, everybody's seen the Marvel movie now. Everybody's
Yeah.
seen, well, not DC movie because those movies they're starting to come out now.
I
But
think Marvel.
and plus, you get these grade A actors in them
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, you
that
get a
people
good
love
actor.
to watch.
I think
Like I don't know who the fuck Doctor Strange is, but man, Benedict Cumberbatch, fuck yeah, give me that.
Sherlock is one of my favorite TV shows of all time.
Oh, I love that TV
Dude,
show.
every time I like, it's
They're like
like
mini
watching a
movies.
mini movie. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
like,
that's what I love about it.
dude, him and
Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman together as like Sherlock Holmes and Watson,
Yeah,
they like pair so good to get in that
So
show,
well.
man.
so well.
People told me about that show, and I'm like, I don't know, man. An hour and a half. I didn't know who Benedict Cumberbatch or like Martin Freeman were, and I watched like the first episode, and I was like, man, if I went fishing, if you were fishing and I was the fish, I didn't even bite the hook. I deep throated it. It's in my stomach. Like you're pulling me up forever. I'm dead. I'm dead in the air. It was so, it was so good, man. I don't understand. I tell like, even my parents, man. I'm like, you guys watch like The Price is Right, and like,
What?
and Jeopardy at night, and like, and The Bachelorette. It's like, what are you doing? Your life is only so long. Watch Sherlock. Watch Breaking Bad. Watch these like. Watch
The
the,
one thing-
first season of True Detective.
Yeah,
Watch
yeah, I was gonna say yeah. The first
Watch
season.
Mad Men. Watch
Mad Men.
watch these things that are like masterpieces in their own sense. Jeopardy isn't a masterpiece. The Price is Right isn't a masterpiece. Those are stupid game shows filled with insane Americans who want to win a car and spin the wheel of fortune, man. Like,
Yeah. And then they get like 95 or like fucking 5 cents. Like, oh fuck. But I
No,
was gonna
then they
say-
get then whatever they win, they get taxed like 95% of it.
That's true too. What I was gonna say is, even like the TV shows that comic books are in and stuff like that, even they're starting to get like, they're trying to get a little bit better. But I think they need to not put any shackles on them. There's too much restrictions, especially on Agents of Shield.
Yeah, that show
Because like
kinda-
I started watching it, like I watched it for a while and then I just stopped because like it's not, nothing really happens in that show.
Yeah,
And I feel like Marvel doesn't put enough love and care into their TV shows.
dude, there should be
Maybe
a,
Jessica Jones and Daredevil though.
But that's
Those-
yeah, but you know why those are good? Because they're Netflix. You
Yeah.
don't have to worry about ABC's rules on blood and nudity. Man, that's why TV shows that are the best TV shows. I don't care what anyone says, man. 99% of the best TV shows are AMC, and I'll give AMC credit, man. They don't even have nudity, but they still make badass shows. But if you're not on HBO or like a Netflix exclusive, you're so restricted.
Yeah, or Hulu.
I haven't really. What's a Hulu exclusive? I don't really know.
The Man in the High Castle.
Oh, I haven't seen that. That's the one you were talking about. You said was really good, right?
So fucking good.
You
should watch it on Hulu.
Yeah, I'm just gonna torrent the shit out of that.
Yeah. You're not trying to sugarcoat it.
No, I don't care anymore. Dude, those are like, like I really view like I never used to be a big TV or movie guy. Like Carrie really introduced me to like watching movies on weeknights. Dude, if I watched a movie not on a Saturday night growing up until like I met Carrie, that never happened, man. It was like a movie night. But with her,
Yeah.
I started watching movies and TV shows like at night, like as a thing. And it like TV shows are, I like movies, but I think a TV show gets you more. Like I know
think
you've
that's
said
too.
this.
Oh yeah, TV show. You got more investment. When shit happens, you're more connected to the characters.
It's more of an
You-
impact on you.
Yeah, it's more impact. When somebody dies in a movie, like when I was watching Batman versus Superman, I had no connection on any of the characters. I was like, whatever. If Superman, like, okay, spoiler alert for the people that haven't watched Batman v Superman. Spoilers. When Superman died, I was like,
Dies.
cool. Yeah, dies.
I know, me too. I kind of just looked and I was like, oh, I didn't think they would kill him, and that was the extent of my like emotion.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
But I'm
But
watching.
but you know that he has to come back for Justice League. You can't have Superman.
Well,
You can't have Justice League without Superman.
Yeah, they already hinted that he's not even dead. You know how
Yeah.
they bring him back in the comics? There's a way they bring him back in the comics. I can't remember, but that same situation happens. They bring him back. He's like
Yeah.
second life or some shit like that. Oh no, his body went into like Kryptonian recovery phase. So they think he's dead, but he's just recovering or some shit like
Oh
that.
God.
Uh,
I know they're gonna do that too. They're gonna be like, he was in recovery phase. We did not know.
He was in recovery for a year until the Justice League was formed, had many battles, and was in dire need. And his 18-year-long recovery finally finished. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
No, like they're doing a good job with the comic book movies. They're pushing a lot of money into them. So like they look good. The stories aren't very good. Half of them are shit stories, but it's good that people are starting to like understand this market now.
See, I feel like the people who were involved with this before was cool, like 10, 13 years ago. We should get like a ribbon
We should get a
that we
rip.
wear when we go to these things, and we're like, I was into this before it was cool, so I get plus. Like I get the better seat in the theater. I get the extra content at the end of the Marvel movie. You have to leave, but only I get to watch it. You know what I mean? There should be something for us. It would never
Yeah.
happen, but I don't know.
No, that would never happen.
That's just me. I'm insane in the head. But yeah. So, anyways, it's definitely become more mainstream, probably on purpose. But I liked Magic: The Gathering when I was 10, and it's still not cool, but I had fun with it, and I didn't care what people thought a lot about me.
we used to. Well, the thing is, like when we used to play like Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure when we were young, we cared what people thought about us.
Yeah, I did too a little bit actually. When I used to go to Great White, I'd make sure like I always was like walked out to make and like I basically made it so that I didn't see anyone when I was leaving. I know it's kind of stupid, but I don't know.
No, but you're also a kid, right? And you want to go into like
you're in high school. High school's mean, man.
yeah, high school is really
People are like, what were you doing at Great White? It's like, well, I was playing Magic. Oh, you're such a gay person.
All right.
And it's like, hey, man, I challenge you to a duel.
that yeah, no. Fucking throwing down cards, drawing all epically. But yeah, no, I think it's good that this is the good direction for people to go to because it's something people are enjoying it. It's starting to pick up steam.
Dude, we can have a
one day the ground will fall through.
Well,
like
that's
at one point.
That's what I was gonna say. It's gonna reach its climax soon, where it's gonna be like another decade without anything because it was so diluted, right? Yeah. I do have a topic for another day when you talk about gamer girls. Because Twitch is filled with a lot of fakes, I think.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And a lot of fake tits and a lot of fake people who like video games.
Yeah, no, that should be a fun topic.
That's a good topic. Anyways, let's go to